Coming in at number 5 for our running countdown, the Air Jordan 1 Georgetown. Coming in at number 4, also released in May, is the Joe Freshgoods Inside Voices 9060 in collaboration with New Balance in the Penny Cookie Pink colorway. Number 3, the Concepts Air Max 1 collection. Coming in at number 2 is the Jound 990 V3, the olive colorway. And our new number 1, the Mambasita Sweet 16 Kobe 6 Pro Tro. What's up everyone, and welcome back to the 5th episode in the 6th month of Sole Rankings. My name is Lawrence, and that is not Connor. That is my good friend Jose, subbing in for the great Connor this month. Jose, thank you for being here. Appreciate it.
Of course, man. If there's one thing I like doing, it's criticizing your work. So I'm ready to criticize your and Connor's list. So very, very happy to be here with you.
Well, welcome to the club. It's a long list ahead of you. June was another very busy month, and it was also the halfway point of the year. So we are not only going to break down the top 5 releases that came out in June, but we're also going to take a look at the running leaderboard of the top 10 releases of the year so far. Without further ado, let's get into it.
All right, number 5 is the Ronnie Fieg New Balance 990 V3 Daytona, Lawrence. We saw a big pack release for the 10th anniversary of Kith, and I think the fan favorite was without a doubt the Daytona.
I love the shoe. I think it was kind of like the sleeper pick. I know a lot of people like the United Arrows themed pair, but I've always loved the Daytona colorway. I loved it on the New Balance 1600 that came out all those years ago, and really loved the way it translated to the 990 V3. So it had to find a way onto the list. Coming in at number 4, we have the Nike in collaboration with Tom Sachs general purpose shoe in the studio colorway, I believe it's been dubbed. Also been dubbed the boring shoe by Tom Sachs himself.
Yeah.
Personally, this is Connor having his little fingerprints on this, if anyone couldn't tell. Personally, not a massive fan of the shoe. I think it being dubbed the boring shoe is very fitting because to me, it does absolutely nothing for me.
I was honestly surprised it wasn't 5. I think there's been a lot of good releases this month of June. I could definitely see it making the list on the things you just pointed out, and just people were finally able to get a Tom Sachs shoe, which was kind of insane, and we're only going to see more. I think it should have been in 5. I can't be too mad at 4 like you mentioned.
I don't like to push Connor's buttons too much with trying to pry things out of the position that they're in. I let him go.
Well, Connor's not here.
That's true.
All right, number 3 for the month of June was the Casina Air Max 1 collaboration, and we had actually 2 multicolored ways. One primarily gray and blue, and the other one with hits of orange and red and blue as well. This to me was the best shoe that released this month. It's not my list again. I'm just here to judge, but I have to say it. This was my favorite shoe. I'm so glad it was as available as it was because past Casino collaborations haven't been as available. Glad they're on the list. Glad I got my pair. Lawrence, how do you feel about these coming in at number 3?
I'm comfortable with them coming in at number 3. I think that in the grand scheme of things, when we look back at the year, it'll probably be where it ends up in the month of June. Right now, I think the hype is a little bit elevating some of the things on this list, but I think in the grand scheme of things, number 3 is where it should live. Really, really love the multicolor pair, and like you said, the accessibility. There was concerns it wasn't even going to make it to North America.
Yeah.
So the fact that it was like readily available and accessible for people to buy is just, you love to see it. All right, coming in at number 2 is a Jordan 2. And the reason that I'm presenting this one is because Jose was not comfortable enough to pronounce the title or the store name or the brand name, and that is Maison Chateau Rouge in collaboration. Ooh. Oh la la. In collaboration with Air Jordan on the Air Jordan 2. A very Syracuse-esque looking colorway with hits of orange all over it. Really like this shoe. I think that people are gonna look back and regret if they passed on this pair because I think the execution was solid. Love the throwback to the Air Jordan 2 toe cap, especially in a bright orange. Packaging is elite. Just all around really, really impressive pair. And just, yeah, I really do like this shoe for a Jordan 2. That's my caveat. I like the shoe for a Jordan 2.
I wouldn't even put a caveat. It's a really good shoe. The apparel collection was a big sleeper. At least personally, I slept hard on it. And by the time I realized, oh, damn, the clothes is pretty good. A lot of it was gone. But yeah, I'm a big fan of this shoe. Don't know how to pronounce it, but I'm excited to get these on feet. The number 1 pair for the month of June is the A Ma Maniére Air Jordan 2. It's the 3rd Air Jordan collaboration for A Ma Maniére. Colorway is very similar, if not identical, to the Air Jordan 1 that we saw in December of last year. I personally think it's a lot better than the Jordan 1 that dropped last year. I honestly kind of forgot that these came out in June. I thought they came out in May, which is just crazy to see how much of a blur a lot of this is. I will say, what is the boutique we just covered, Lawrence?
Maison, Chateau, Rouge.
I think that might be the best Air Jordan 2 to come out this year.
I think a lot of it has to do with anticipation. I think this pair was actually supposed to release at some point last year, and because of everything we know that goes on, it just kept getting pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed. And now that it finally came out, I think a lot of the number one ranking has to do just with like relief that it finally came out. It is a really, really good shoe, and it's a really nice like trifecta now when you have the 3, the 1, and the 2 all together. But I don't disagree that there's the possibility that, and again, in the grand scheme of things, in a couple months, these two may flip and sentiment may change, and the Maison Chateau Rouge may end up being the best thing to come out in the month of June. All right, let's get into the running leaderboard. We're gonna do top 10 releases of the year so far. We're switching it up just a little bit. And keeping on the theme of the Air Jordan 2, coming in at number 10, we have the Union Air Jordan 2 in the Rattan colorway. Coming in at number 9, we have the Concepts Air Max 1 Far Out. Coming in at number 8, the Joe Freshgoods Inside Voices 9060 in the Penny Cookie Pink colorway. Coming in at number 7, the Nike Tom Sachs General Purpose Shoe. Again, Connor's fingerprints all over that one. Coming in at number 6 is the Casina Air Max 1 in the orange colorway. Coming in at number 5, these are my fingerprints, the Supreme Nike Dunk SB High in the black and white colorway. Number 4 is the Jordan 1 High 85 Georgetown. Number 3 is the Yound 990 V3. Coming in at number 2 is the AMM Air Jordan 2. And coming in at number 1 is the Mambasita Sweet 16 Kobe 6 Protro. Wouldn't be fitting if I didn't ask Jose all of the criticisms he has about the list, but just give me one glaring criticism you have of that top 10.
Easy. Supreme Nike SB Dunk High doesn't belong in the top 5, never mind the fact that it probably doesn't belong in the top 10. We've seen a lot of really good shoes released this year. I will say I'm very happy to see the Jound in the top 3, though that's probably my most worn shoe out of any shoe that I've bought this year.
Well, on that note, Jose will never be asked to come back. Connor, I miss you. That is our top 5 for the month and our top 10 for the year. Make sure to check back in the month of July and see what comes out next month and where it might rank. Be sure to catch us on YouTube. And yeah, we're out. Peace.